Do you ever feel like it doesn't matter who you vote for? Like whether the Democrat wins or the Republican wins, either way, we lose. We get wars we don't want. We get irresponsible spending that burdens our children and our grandchildren with debt. We get the shame and embarrassment of the reindeer games of Congress and the scandal. Don't you wish we could send just one member to Congress that wasn't wholly owned by the corporate parties? I used to be just like you, but then I learned one simple fact about how my state conducts its elections, and now I'm running for the House of Representatives because it is possible. And I will show you how, if we all work together, we can win one seat that's for us and not for the career politicians. The story starts last fall. My best friend was rushed into surgery for chest pains. He didn't make it. He was only 50 years old. Eric Fix had the most magnificent mind I've come across in my life. He was the kind of guy that you could imagine drinking with Ernest Hemmingway or Oscar Wilde. He and I shared a passion for liberty, and we would speak for hours on the subject. During these conversations, he would encourage my desire to someday run for office. You know, Lincoln spoke of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Eric Fix was the kind of guy that would say, yeah, but that only works if the people actually run. I agreed with him then, and I agree with him now. A month after Eric died, I lost my mother too. That 1-2 punch in 30 days readjusted my priorities. I sought the counsel of my friends and my mentors, and with the blessing and encouragement of my wife, I decided that someday would be now. 2020. I took the time and I researched the run thoroughly, and I discovered the one simple fact that makes victory possible in my district. I know you're skeptical, and I understand. I used to feel the same way. After all, the third party typically finishes, well, third. But I am so confident that I can win that I put my business on hold to devote my professional energies full time towards this run to win one seat for us, one seat for liberty. Here's how it works. You ever watch one of those kung fu movies where our hero takes on an entire horde of villains, yet comes out victorious? He's only able to do that because for some reason the villains all attack him one at a time. If the villains all attacked at once, our hero, no matter how skilled a fighter he was, would be doomed. If the villains all attacked at once, then our hero would understand what it's like to be an independent or libertarian candidate in a congressional general election. Outgunned and outspent on both sides by the Democrats and Republicans, the libertarian or independent typically ends up a distant third. But my state doesn't work that way. In my state, all the candidates go to one primary and only the top 2 go to the general election. That means I can fight the Democrats and the Republicans one at a time. And I can beat them both. And I can win for us a seat in Congress that isn't owned by the corrupt career politicians. We will easily defeat the Republican in November. Their candidate is weak and the party is abandoned Western Washington. The Republicans aren't even trying to win. They're just making sure they have a name on the ballot. Come November, we'll be one-on-one with the Democrat and gaining momentum. We will frame this election as a referendum on Democrat and Republican control of Congress. Polls consistently show Congress with a well-deserved approval rating of 15%. We will win. After we defeat the Democrat in November, I will go to D.C. and you will have a congressman not beholden to either party and free to say to their face exactly what we are all thinking. You will have a congressman that speaks against our near $1 trillion military budget and the deficits that it produces. A congressman that speaks against the nepotism and scandal of both parties. A congressman that speaks against the hyper-partisanship and reindeer games of both parties. Most importantly, you will get a congressman working to make Washington, D.C. less powerful and to protect your liberty. I know you want to help, so here's what I need you to do next. I need you to click the link and go to our donation page, whether you live in the district or not. You are a part of this campaign, and your donation helps us win votes in the district. For as little as $5, you can put a bumper sticker on a car. $25, that's a yard sign. $100 is a sign at an intersection. $250, and we could put a banner at a major intersection. For $500, we could buy radio advertising. For $1,000, we could have a billboard for a month. Now, the most the government will allow you to donate is $2,800, and for that, we can film a professional quality television commercial. Let me recap for you. The unique election rules in my district provide the opportunity to defeat the career politicians of both parties. I have both the team and the plan to do exactly that, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to follow my campaign on social media so you stay in the loop, and I want you to make a donation today so that you're part of the victory that brings us all one seat for liberty.